जब भी हमें कोई एक्सपेरिमेंटल या इनोवेटिव सिनेमा देखना होता है, we either binge watch shows from the West or turn to our regional cinema. It's the regional films that are pushing the Indian cinema forward. And this year we saw some of the best regional films releasing directly on OTT, thanks to the lockdown. Lockdown के पहले there were a lot of good films from Malayalam, Telugu, Bengali, Marathi, Assamese cinema that didn't get a last theatrical release. But with major film releases happening direct to OTT, it's accessible to everyone now. So here are some brilliant and path-breaking regional films that you can stream right now. Number 1. See You Soon. How can this list not start with a Fahad Fasil film? The film's format was kind of new for the Indian audience, but a lot of you must have seen films like Searching and Unfriended. So See You Soon is not just about its unique format, it's the story behind it that actually makes this film such a thrilling watch. Whatever I say might come off as a spoiler, तो बस आप इतना जान लो that you witness the film through the eyes of, or rather the screens of, Jimmy and Kevin, played by Roshan Mathew and Fahad Fasil. And through these two characters, you get to know about a girl Anu. But the catch is, since everything is happening virtually, so we get to know Anu through a biased male judgmental mindset. Basically, ये फिल्म हमें बताती है कि कैसे we perceive people in the age of social media. और हम लोग ये ना जाने कितनी बार करते हैं that we judge a person based on their online persona rather than their real life personality. Directed by Mahesh Narayana, the whole film was shot during the pandemic and is actually the only Indian commercial film to be shot, edited and released all during the lockdown. So yeah, necessity is the mother of invention. And this film proves why Malayalam cinema will always be way ahead of its time. You can watch this film on Amazon Prime Video. Number 2. Color Photo. It's one of those films that you regret not watching sooner. After getting numerous recommendations in the comments, I finally decided to watch this beautiful and hard-hitting film on AHA Movies. This film is set in the 90s, and that's why the questions that it raises should have felt like a thing in the past. But sadly, they don't. Like how the protagonist Jai Krishna, who is the son of a milkman, is constantly judged by the society not for his talent or capability, but for his appearance. He is a very self-aware guy. So when he falls in love with Deepthi, a girl from an upper caste, more privileged family, and more importantly fair-skinned, he knows that the world is not going to be kind towards him on seeing them together. अब वैसे तो ये सब बातें बहुत ही 90s लगती हैं, and they sound way too regressive for 2020 standards. But the bitter truth is, when you look around, it's still pretty much the same as it was back then. And this is not just limited to small towns in rural India. Even Bollywood can't seem to get over its fair-skin obsession. The film's social messaging on caste inequality reminds us of masterpieces like Sarat and Periuram Perumal. Right from the start, you know that this is not a happy ending love story. There are literally countless examples of heartbroken men in Hindi films finding themselves or coming of age or going on a path of self-destruction, mainly because most of them are directed by men. This film, however, offers a very fresh perspective and a much-needed one on the impact of heartbreak on a girl's life. How a lot of times they don't even get a chance to talk about the failure of their love and are instead married off by their families. For a change, this is not an Imtiaz Ali film, and I'm glad it isn't. Number 3. Fandry. This is a movie that made me check my privileges. This was Nagaraj Manjule's second film after Sarah. Most of you must have watched Sarah by now. So if you want to explore more from the genius behind it, then you can watch this film on ZEE5. Fandry is a story of a 13-year-old boy who is in a kind of a one-sided relationship with an upper caste girl. The village that he lives in is divided on the basis of caste. Most of us think that caste oppression or caste-based inequalities don't exist anymore. But a major crime that headlined every news channel this year was a caste-based one. And I think it was a reminder for all of us to check our privileges. How we think we live beyond all that, but there are still many of us that suffer at the hands of this oppressive and regressive structure of the society that unfortunately still exists in this new India. Nagaraj Manjule makes sure his politics reflects in his films, and in Fandry, just like in Sarat, he uses a narrative of contrast to achieve this objective. Number 4. Aruvi. This social drama is not an easy watch, but one thing that it promises is a lot of themes and character studies layered into the screenplay, which is not a very conventional one. This film, in its essence, is a coming-of-age drama, but that's not all it is. In moments, it's a political thriller and dark comedy as well. But what I loved the most about Aruvi was how honestly it represents two shades of the world that we live in. I can't really explain the premise of the film, और बताना ठीक भी नहीं होगा because it might come off as a spoiler. कुछ फिल्में ऐसी होती हैं जो मेरे ख्याल से मैंडेटरी होनी चाहिए सबके लिए, just for the better understanding of what we as humans have become. Just like earlier this year, I mentioned how Anubhav Sinha's Thappad is so important for Indian society. Aruvi is even more important just for what all it's trying to set as a standard regarding sexual identity, gender representation, and social messaging. This film is a major feat by director Arun Prabhu Purushottaman and will stay relevant for a long time. You can stream it on Amazon Prime Video. Number 5. Ima Yao. Lijo Jose Pellicheri is probably one of the most visionary Indian filmmakers right now. Jallikattu is India's official entry to the Oscars 2021. And unlike last year with Gully Boy, which was quite undeserving, I feel with a masterpiece like Jallikattu, we genuinely have a chance at winning this time. But before this, Pellicheri made a film called E.My.O. in 2018. And it's a masterclass on how you can elevate storytelling and make a basic concept on paper look magnificent on screen. His films always say so much about the society. In Jallikattu, he questioned the basic nature of humans and how it is worse than animals. In E.My.O., he again takes a satirical approach, but this time talking about death. An old eccentric father wants a grand funeral. The film's premise is how the entire village comes into play in organizing the funeral when the actual day arrives. If you have watched the Kannada film Tithi, then you will sense a familiarity in the theme. The film has beautifully crafted long take shots, so if you are a fan of that, then you are in for a treat. While watching the film, you will also notice a lot of static shots with characters entering and exiting the frame like in a play. There are just too many metaphors in the film. And since Lijo Jose Pellicheri has mentioned this in his interviews about how he looks up to Francis Ford Coppola, you will see the opening shot a silent nod to the Sicilian funeral from The Godfather Part 2. You can watch this film on Amazon Prime Video. Number 6. Nagar Kirtan. This is the most moving and probably the most sensitive and beautiful film on the list. And honestly, I think this can only come from Bengali cinema. It opens with a tribute to Rituparna Ghosh, and if you have followed the work of the legendary filmmaker, then you will understand why this is a tribute to him. The film's mission is to take us deep into the layers of unconventional love. It's the story of a transgender man, Parimal, who runs away from her home and takes shelter in a ghetto of trans people in Kolkata. There she meets Madhu, a food delivery guy, and falls in love with him. They know that this society cannot understand their love, उसी तरह जैसे कई लोगों को ये फिल्म भी ना समझ आए. Each and every scene is dealt with care and sensitivity that a topic like this needs. We have a recent example of a very badly made film called Lakshmi that did more harm than good while basing its central theme on a similar topic. To add that, the insensitive dialogues and probably the worst portrayal of a transgender by Akshay Kumar just took the entire conversation years back. Nagar Kirtan, according to me, should be the reference point if anyone tries to make a story on the life of trans people. This film reflects the sad reality of a marginalized group of society जिन्हें आज भी as a second class citizen treat किया जाता है. Riddhi Sen, who plays Parimal, got the deserved national award for his performance. That is probably one of the best I have seen in the last few years. Watch this film as it talks about why sexual identity is a conversation that needs to be had in the mainstream. So that was the list, guys. If you want more non-Hindi film recommendations, check out the link in the pinned comment below. And for more such content on web shows and films on OTT, check out the bin section on India Times.